Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Lesson 4. In Lesson 4 today, we're going to go over when to use the article the with names of countries. Alright, this problem, especially when I correct students' papers in writing, this is when you'll find this problem most. More often than not, students may not use a the when they're supposed to use a the. All right, so let's try to look at how to use it. All right, now luckily, most countries do not take the article in their names. You're probably lucky. Nearly about 80%, I would say. So majority of the time, you don't have to worry about the at all. Okay, so what countries do take it? All right, here's really the key. Use the with names that have plural names. So use the with countries that have plural names, so more than one. So here's your most common examples you may come across. Remember, anytime I write e.g., that means for example. So for example, the Netherlands, okay? So you see it ends in an S. The Philippines also ends in an S. The Maldives also ends in an S. So those are good examples. So far, that's pretty easy. It ends in an S. All right, what's more tricky is the next part. Use the article the in names of countries that have a word in its name that implies or suggests a plural. So it's usually something to do with a union or a group of states or a group of areas that have come together that formed a government. So a lot of times it'll be a word like this. The most common of this type have words such as united, republic, federation, states, etc. in their name. There are a few more, but if you can remember these, you'll probably cover most of them. All right, and here's your perfect examples. The USA, the United States of America. The UK, the United Kingdom. The United Arab Emirates, you often see that abbreviated as the UAE. The Baltic states. All right, the PRC. All right, I included this one because this has two names. The PRC, the People's Republic of China. This is another way to refer to China, and I like to use this example because there's a few countries like this where you have both. If you just say China by itself, like up here, if we just say China, no the. But if you use the PRC or the People's Republic of China, which is another way the country could be referred to, now you have to use a the. You have the word republic in it, or basically. Here's another one, the ROC, the Republic of China. The Republic of China is actually Taiwan. So, but if you say Taiwan by itself, no the. If you say the ROC, again it has Republic in it, so it takes a the. So you can see where it's a good example. Here, when you just have one word, like China or Taiwan, or another example we're going to use is Russia. Russia can also be referred to as the Russian Federation. Federation is another one of those words where it's a group. It's a united group of areas. So it will take a the. All right. So we have the ROC, the Republic of China. Like I say, that's another name for Taiwan. Taiwan could be referred to that way. The Dominican Republic. So again, a lot of words with republic. I think we got the Czech Republic. There's a lot of them like that. But again, those are among the most common ones. So if you could remember United, Republic, Federation, States, that covers most of it. I thought I'd just throw in also the old name of Russia. The old name of Russia, for those who remember, we often used to refer to it as the USSR, which stood for the Union of Soviet Social Republics. You got several words in here that imply a plural. You got union, you got republics. So I thought it was just another good example to add in. Okay, what else to cover and what else to note? Okay, use a capital the if the is part of the name of a particular country. There's not a lot like this, and I guess your best example here is the Bahamas. All right, now when I say it's the name of the country, I mean like if you actually looked at a list of names, it's written as the Bahamas. So for example, the other countries like Netherlands or Philippines, if it's just a list, you don't have a the with it. You only use the in a sentence if you're talking about the country. But if it's just a list of the country, you know, United States, you won't see a the if it's just a list of countries. But on the list of countries, if you see the Bahamas, Bahamas will have a the, and therefore if it's part of the name, you must capitalize the T. The T must be a big T. Where you see with these other countries, we don't use a big T. We use a small T. So we just say the Philippines. All right, so it's good to note that one. And the last thing to really note and to try to keep in your mind is watch out for island nations, because a lot of island nations are a combination of several islands together, forming one government. Many of them are plural and do take a the. I would just check, you know, if you're really unsure. Well, some examples we mentioned here, like the Bahamas or the Maldives. You know, these are kind of like you know, a group of areas that are islands. So there might be a few more that I didn't mention. Of course, you know, we know that there's around 200 countries, so we cannot mention them all. But if you follow what I have here, this should pretty much cover you. Again, if you're unsure, you could always look it up. But this is one of the main ways. Like I say, the most common, of course, you will come across is the USA, the UK. United Arab Emirates, we see it a lot. You know, it does come up a lot. It's pretty big these days. The Russian Federation, these are among the most common that you will have to worry about. The Netherlands, the Philippines. All right, and again, luckily, the far majority of countries do not take it. So, thank you very much. I hope that makes it clear for most of you. Okay, bye-bye.